at 11, a Texas judge says that she intentionally ordered an autopsy on Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, but then changed her mind. She says she made the decision after speaking with Scalia's doctor, who confirmed the 79-year-old had a history of heart trouble and other illnesses. She says that medical history and the lack of any sign of foul play meant the justice likely died of natural causes and that no autopsy would be necessary.
An Ohio State University professor of law says the death of Justice Scalia is a huge political move. Chris Walker clerked for Justice Anthony Kennedy. He spoke to our Candace Lee about what's next for the president and a Senate that already says it's not going to confirm a nominee.
Yeah, that's right, Colleen. Everyone is weighing in on who could be the next Supreme Court justice tonight. I took that question to an OSU professor of law.
The sudden and tragic death of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia.
The loss of Scalia is huge. He was such a huge figure on the court. I think he's one of the most transformative justices we've ever had.
Is setting up a fight between President Obama and Senate Republicans on the nomination of his successor.
If Obama is able to get anyone through the process, it's going to dramatically transform the court to the left.
Chris Walker, an assistant professor at Ohio State's Moritz College of Law, clerked for Justice Anthony Kennedy from 2008 to 2009. He says under the Constitution, the president can nominate a replacement for Scalia, but that Senate Republicans have the power to not vote on it and not even consider it.
That has political costs, right? Especially in an election year with a Congress that has been labeled a do-nothing Congress.
Of the early names being mentioned, Walker points to newly appointed D.C. Circuit Judge Siri Srinivasan as a strong candidate.
Sri Srinivasan on the D.C. Circuit was appointed by a vote of 97-0. And that's a name that's been floated around a lot lately as someone that, it's hard to say when you had a unanimous vote, how the atmospherics are good for the president on that one.
President Obama says he will put forth a nominee in due time, one conservatives and liberals are closely watching.
And of course, we live in an era where politicization of the Supreme Court is much different, where we see the power of a Supreme Court justice with life tenure and how it shapes the Constitution and shapes the way that federal laws are interpreted. I think the stakes are a lot higher now.
And for more information about the death of Justice Scalia and the nomination process, visit our website, NBC4i.com. Colleen?